In a land of gods and gold, one Pharaoh rose to challenge this sacred order. He silenced the old gods, crowned the sun itself as the one true deity, and reshaped an empire in his image. But his reign brought only chaos, rebellion, and a legacy cursed by time itself. This is the story of Akhenaten, the heretic king who tried to change eternity. In the cradle of the Nile, where pharaohs ruled as living gods and empires were etched into eternity, a quiet storm was gathering. Egypt, land of divine order, eternal monuments, and powerful priesthoods, stood proud beneath the desert sun. But in the 18th dynasty, at the height of its glory, a pharaoh rose who would challenge it all, not with armies, but with belief. He would turn his gaze from gods carved in stone to a single flame in the sky. And from that moment, Egypt would never be the same. Born as Amenhotep IV, the son of Pharaoh Amenhotep III and Queen Tiye, he was no ordinary prince. In a court ruled by tradition and overshadowed by the immense power of the Amun priesthood, the young prince studied the stars and watched the sun rise with sacred awe. He saw corruption in the temples and power slipping from the throne. The gods, once vessels of truth, had become masks for greed. When his father died, Amenhotep IV ascended the throne, but his reign would not echo his father's. It would burn with new fire, a divine rebellion born in sunlight. In the 5th year of his reign, he made a declaration that shattered the very core of Egyptian belief. He would no longer serve Amun. He would no longer worship the pantheon. He named a new god Aten, the sun disk, not hidden in idols or myths, but seen by all, shining from the heavens. He changed his name to Akhenaten, he who is pleasing to Aten. Temples to Amun were closed, statues were broken, the old gods were banished, and a new theology, abstract, austere, radiant, was born. But the people did not understand. They feared the silence of empty temples and the wrath of gods scorned. To sever ties with the old world, Akhenaten abandoned Thebes. In a sacred valley untouched by gods, he built a new city, Akhetaten, the horizon of the Aten. Temples with no roofs, open to the sky. Arts transformed, no longer stoic and idealized, but real, breathing, alive. The pharaoh was no longer a distant god, but a father, a man, drawn in strange, exaggerated forms. It was not just a city, but a dream, a kingdom reborn in light. Yet dreams, even divine ones, cast shadows. While Akhenaten gazed skyward, the earth trembled. The Nile's flood failed. Famine gripped the fields. In the temples, Banished priests of Amun whispered of divine punishment. Soldiers returned from war with no praise. The people were lost. Their pharaohs sang hymns to Aten, while their children starved. Whispers of rebellion stirred the sand, but Akhenaten did not bend. To him, suffering was temporary, fate eternal. But to his people, he had abandoned Ma'at, the balance of the world. The end came quietly. No battle, no grand funeral. Akhenaten died and was buried in silence. Some say he was assassinated. Others believe he simply faded away, consumed by his devotion. His body was hidden, his tomb unfinished, his name cursed. His successors erased him. His son, Tutankhaten, renounced Aten, reclaimed Amun, and became Tutankhamun. The old gods returned. The dream of light was extinguished. What could not be buried was erased. Akhenaten's name was chiseled from stone. His city was abandoned to the sand. For over 3,000 years, he vanished from history. No one spoke of the heretic. His legacy was not a dynasty, but a whisper in ruins. Until the modern age, unearthed fragments, shattered statues, walls painted with a sun disk, a name barely remembered. Akhenaten, the visionary, the fanatic, the cursed. Was he the world's first monotheist, a radical reformer, or simply a man blinded by the sun? His reign lasted barely 2 decades. His empire almost lost, but his question echoes still. Can one light illuminate all, or does it cast shadows too deep to escape? This was the cursed reign of Akhenaten.